We'll start with some opening remarks from you, Christian.
Yeah, so we back Pat game. Let me get this saying right. Okay, this quote from her. Defense wins games. Defense and rebounding win championships, win national championships. And for our group, I think to really grasp that understanding in the second half, would have been game changing. A couple key plays where we needed a stop, we needed to grind out a rebound or a stop, but we had a phenomenal fight in us. Shot the ball really well, obviously. Shared it really well. I think at the half, we had 7, 8, 9 assists. Like, for us, I think that's been something that we haven't been great at this year on the offensive side of the ball. So just to have this attacking mindset and have this really green light from the perimeter mindset. And that's really what we've been talking about this last week and a half, is playing a little faster, pushing the ball up the floor, finding open shooters in transition. So just really proud of our group's effort. And this week was a grind of a week just in terms of preparing for Southern Indy. They're certainly one of the best teams in the league for a reason. They won the league last year, had a majority of everybody back. So for us to give them this kind of fight, we knew they weren't going to go away in the second half, and they definitely didn't. Miss Maddie Webb really took it to us.
Coach, I wanted to ask about the free throws attempts. You guys didn't take 2 free throws until the fourth quarter, and they had 22 total. Is that something that kind of consists with you guys getting to the rim, or could it be a different factor?
We shot so well from 3, so it's really hard to fight for that or to work for that. I mean, I think it is absurd that a team doesn't shoot a free throw until 6 or 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but that is what it is. It's nothing we can control. But definitely being in attack mode, I think we kind of got out of that. I don't know if we were playing a little bit maybe back on our heels and kind of feeling like, let's just let the time run out instead of like being more aggressive and in attack mode. So I think that could have contributed to it a little bit. But overall, I think I'm just really proud of our effort. We understood what the game plan needed to be, executed for the most part for 36 minutes.
Macy, 11 points tonight, all in the first half. You've been on fire for 3 recently. How does that feel, and kind of what happened there in the second half?
It's definitely just confidence boosting, seeing the first couple threes go down. I was really feeling it the first half, but, the second half, my shots just weren't falling, but I just tried to keep shooting, and, my shots weren't falling, but Ava hit some really big threes in the second half. So, if one's not on fire, hopefully, the next one of the shooters is. So, yeah.
Coach, you talked about getting out and playing fast. You guys were very efficient on the defensive side of the ball in the first half, holding them to 7 of 31 and getting back to that 32-18 lead. Can you talk about a little bit what you saw from your squad on the defensive end?
Yeah, I just think we were really locked in on the game plan. We were in our gaps. We made things really difficult for them. Got a lot of deflections, and we contained them from a rebounding standpoint. At one point I think we were up on the glass, 6, 7, so that was huge, just to be able to not give them second opportunities and second chance points. Just overall, I think our defensive focus was really there, and that helped fuel the offensive side. We were able to push the basketball early. We were able to attack in transition, find open shooters on the perimeter. And so I think a lot of it had to do with that defensive focus and energy to start the game.
Coach, in the second half, they had 30 points in the paint. Talk a little bit about that. Obviously, Coach Stein on the other side saw something and decided to just feed it down low for a majority of the second half. Talk a little bit about defensively how to combat that when that team is basically saying, we're just going to feed it and try to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, all the best teams have the balance and scoring from underneath and on the perimeter. They shoot one of the highest percentages from 3 in our league. So in our minds, we were, really focused on trying to pack the paint, making things difficult for them. Obviously their leading scorer in Rayleigh is a post player who's a back to the basket post player. We did a decent job on her, I would say. You're just a couple plays away from winning a game like this. the charge call on Bree that, could have been a 3-point play, and that would have taken us to 6 or 7 point lead. All these things kind of add up, obviously, and you get a stop or two, then we maybe aren't even talking about this. But they certainly are a team that has always been a high-low team. I've been coaching against Rick for years. They've always had a good big. They've always had somebody underneath that can really score the ball. But this is one of their stronger teams, I would say, just from having the balance in 3-point shooting as well.
Ava, you had a couple of threes that, they were clutch, money threes. Talk about a little bit about that, because the pressure was on, game was tight, and you calmly hit a couple of big ones to keep you guys in and give you a lead. Talk a little bit about what you saw out there and how you were feeling at the moment.
Yeah, I just feel like I've kind of just tried to keep my mindset good throughout it. Like, first half, shots weren't falling, but like trying to just forget about those and keep playing, because the next shot might fall. And once you make one, it kind of just like domino effect and like boosts your confidence, like Macy said. So like once you hit one, it's kind of like the rest start to fall.
Ava, too, you brought your game from outside to in. You went 5 of 10 from the field. That's 50%. Can you talk about a little bit of what you saw as you were driving to the hoop?
Yeah, when I drive, I feel like I kind of try to look for like just a lane. So like, I don't know, if I see like a really big post down there, I'm probably not gonna go drive it, but right when I see that gone, like I'm looking to go, so that's kind of what I think.
Coach, you guys left for 32 minutes at UT Martin, 36 tonight. What do you guys take from this one? What do you learn from your team, and how can you guys improve?
I appreciate that reminder. No, I think like we're getting closer and closer to 40 minutes, like I think early in the year, even like December, we were playing 20 minutes of basketball, and that wasn't enough, obviously, to even come close to winning a game. And now we're playing 35 to 32 to 38 minutes, like 40's coming. 40's coming, and, this is the type of team I would say, and the type of group, and I just want to like emphasize the buy-in, because KK Rodriguez, we said to her, hey, you warrant so much defense. You got to draw and kick to people. You got to find teammates. She had 6 assists. Like, that's awesome. That is so awesome, and that's hard to do when someone, like her is like, she's a one-on-one player. She's a player that wants to get in the paint. She's a player that wants to finish up against, a defender or two, and now she has these players by her that like can help her and can make big shots for her. And the one she found of Ava Galuza down in the corner, that was a big time find, and hard to see, right? Like, she's in the corner on the other side of the floor, and like just did a great job of finding her, and so, yeah, maybe the next time we talk, it'll be 40. That's the plan.
Macy, before the season, we did a little preseason interview, and one of the things you said that you wanted to improve upon was your rebounding. The last several games, yes, you had the scoring, the 21 points last week in each game. You also had 6 rebounds, 5 rebounds, and another 5 today. Talk about your rebounding and how that's improved as the season's gone on.
Yeah, for me, I just feel like it's really, I feel like rebounding is such like an effort thing. So it's like when you make the effort and you go in there and put yourself in a situation where you can get rebounds, that's what I've just been trying to do. And, I feel like there's a lot of opportunities when I watch film. I'm like, oh, I could have got that rebound. I could have got that rebound. But, yeah, I don't know. My coach Eric, he tells me before every game, he's like, let's have a rebounding goal this game, and it's been 5, 6, so I've been trying to really, keep that in my mind. And if I'm low on rebounds, he's like, you got to rebound. So, and rebounding is such a important factor for our team, so I'm just trying to get in there and get in the right position to get those rebounds and hopefully get some more offensive rebounds too upcoming games.
Yeah, we're closer and closer to winning the glass in these games too, like that. That helps you win games if you win the glass, so.
Right.
Thank you all.